Hi friends, happy Wonder Wednesday. I'm wondering if you know the word for someone who does unkind things or says unkind things over and over and over again. Let's talk about it.
When I have a worry-filled mind, I like to wander outside. No telling what we might find. Birds calling, worms crawling, leaves falling down from above. Oh, I plant my feet on the ground. I keep my head in the clouds. I let my feelings out loud. I hear joy calling, fear crawling, tears falling down out of love.
Welcome, friends. I'm wondering what zone you're in right now. Are you in the blue zone, moving a little slowly? Are you in the green zone, feeling really comfortable, confident? Are you in the yellow zone, maybe feeling like you're losing control or your mind is wandering? Or are you in the red zone, feeling like you've lost control? You can't make safe or kind choices, or you can't think clearly. I would like you to think of the color zone that you're in, and then describe that zone with a feeling. I'll put my feelings poster up so you can see some of the different feeling words and feeling faces. And if you are able to spot one that feels like the one you're feeling right now, you can say that one. For example, I'm in the green zone. And if I take a peek at my poster, I could see I'm feeling pretty peaceful and feeling friendly. What feeling or feelings are you feeling? Thanks for looking at that poster and choosing some of the feelings words to describe how you are right now. Remember, if you're stumped, you can also use the color zones to help get you started, and maybe even grab an object to show that color if you don't feel like using your words. Let's take a peek at today's date. 10/6/21. You may remember we talked about the 10th month earlier in the week because it is a new month for us, and it is the month of October, yes. And today is the 6th day, at least where I am. Maybe it's a different day for you, that's okay. And we're in the year 2021. And another way to say that is 21. We shorten it a bit. And so I thought we could do 10 exercises, then 6 exercises, and 21 exercises. And usually we take a peek at Fig and make some observations. And we kind of sit and think, what exercise is Fig showing us? And we usually do what they are showing at the end, usually for our year, sometimes for our day. But today I thought we could start off with Fig. So make some observations. What do you think they're doing? I'll give you a hint because Fig can only move their body in particular ways. What if their toe went all the way up or their body went all the way down? Toe touches, yes. We'll do 10 toe touches. You can do these sitting or standing, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's do 10 toe touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks, Fig, and thanks, friends at home. Our next number is the number, 6, or 3 plus 3, or 4 plus 2, or 5 plus 1. And I thought we could do some hops or small jumps for the number 6. So make sure you're in a safe space and you have some room. I said small jumps or hops, but if you'd like to make them a little bit bigger, if that's okay with your grown-ups and you have the space for it, then feel free. Let's do 6 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last but not least, we have 21 exercises to do. And I was thinking it'd be fun to do something that we haven't done in a while. How about 21 jumping jacks? You can stand up and get started counting with me. We're going to do 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Great job jumping and hopping and toe touching. If you'd like to cool down and settle back into your space, you can listen for my bell. I'll take a big belly breath as we hear it. Slowly let it out. Let's do it. One more. Fantastic. I hope you're feeling a little bit more settled after we did some big body movements. Today's topic might be a little upsetting or confusing or uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's still important that we talk about it because it's something that happens to a lot of different people every day. But the good news is there's something we can do about it. Let's look at our message to find out a bit more. In my journal, there are messages that I have written for you, different one each day. And if you get nice and close, you'll be able to see well and listen or read along with me. Dear, caring, creative, and kind friends, have you heard of the word bullying before? It's something we use to describe a person who is mean or hurtful to others over and over again. It's not when someone loses control once in a while and maybe raises their voice or stomps away angrily. Instead, it's when someone does something to make you feel small, less than, or sad. And they do it regularly. They do it over and over again. Sometimes it's tricky to tell what is bullying and what isn't. But since October is Bullying Prevention Month, I thought we could learn more together. Love, Mrs. A. Now, bullying is a really serious and important topic because it can be really hurtful and harmful to people. And it might look different or sound different to different people, but there's something we can do to help if we notice someone who's being bullied or we notice someone who is being a bully, someone who is hurting someone or doing something unkind over and over again. Now, there are lots of different ways that we might experience bullying or might see it happening or even do it ourselves. But I have some books here that might help us better understand what it would mean to look like a bully or sound like a bully and what we can do to stop someone who is being or acting like a bully. This first one here is a part of a series, actually. Maybe you've seen some of these books before. It is called Llama, Llama, and the Bully Goat, and it's by Anna Dewdney. And in this book, Llama is at school, and he encounters a bully, someone who is going around and being really cruel and unkind and even hurtful to people out at recess. And they are doing this over and over again. And in the end, they're able to solve this problem with the help of a grown-up. And what's really important here is that Llama told a grown-up. And that's one thing we can do if we see someone who's being unkind over and over, or if we know that someone is getting hurt regularly. If we're not sure what we can do on our own, we can always get a grown-up who we know, who we trust, who can help solve the problem. That's one thing we can do, and that gives me hope. There's this other book I wanted to share with you. It's called Strictly No Elephants. It's written by Lisa Manchev and illustrated by Tune Yu. And in this book, it seems a little tricky to identify the bully, but there's a play space that does not allow certain animals inside, certain pets. And instead of being able to stop the bully or stop that person who's not allowing them, the kids and animals in this story actually work together to create a safe and welcoming space for all animals and all kids. And so sometimes a way that we can help solve a problem, if we've tried telling a grown-up or tried talking to the person who's being unkind, sometimes we can just ignore them and we can go somewhere else and include everyone else, and we can try to, encourage or inspire that person who's being unkind over and over again. But we also might just need to give ourselves some space, and we might need to try to work together with lots of other people in order for everyone else to feel included. And last but not least, this is one of my favorite examples of what we can do in order to stop someone who's being harmful or cruel or really mean over and over again. This book is called Say Something, and it is by Peter H. Reynolds. And I wanted to share a few of these pages with you, but I definitely suggest that you check this book out and all of the others I mentioned if you'd like to read more on your own or with your family. It says, "You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways, with words, with action, with creativity." And maybe you remember, last time we were together in my previous video, we talked about creativity. And we can say something in so many creative ways. And that is one of the reasons I love this book. And here's another. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. Hey, stop! These little words here can be really powerful and really helpful. If you are with your friends or you are with new people and you see someone who you might think may be doing something unkind or hurtful, or you know that someone is continuing to do something over and over again, you can go up to them and you can say, "Hey, stop. That's hurting their feelings. That looks unsafe. That makes them feel sad or scared." You can be brave and say something. If you see an injustice, say something peacefully. Inspire others to do the same. No more hurting people. Peace. If you look really closely, you'll see when one person starts to say something and be brave and have courage and speak up, even if their words are written, it usually inspires other people to stand up and work together to make the world a more peaceful place. And so I really, really love this book. I think it's really inspiring. And it's also written and illustrated in a really creative and beautiful way. So if you'd like to hear more about what you can say, please check out Say Something by Peter H. Reynolds. Before we get to our mindful moment, I wanted to share some examples of things that are bullying and are not bullying. And if you would like to participate, I want to show you some signs that you can use. ASL, or American Sign Language, is a way that people who are hard of hearing or deaf use to communicate. And so you can use some signs to communicate with folks who are hard of hearing or who are deaf You can also use ASL or American Sign Language with people who know it. They might not be deaf or hard of hearing. And so I'm going to teach you 2 simple signs today. The first one is yes. It's your closed fist and it's kind of nodding like a head. Will you practice? Yes. Fabulous. The second sign I want to teach you is no. It almost looks like a small mouth. No. And so I'm going to share some examples of what might be bullying and what might not be bullying. If you think it's an example of bullying, someone doing something mean over and over again, show a yes. If you think, that's not nice, but it's not bullying, show a no. Make sense? Okay, great. We'll hear 3 examples. Ready? Every Tuesday, you go to the park in the afternoon, and there is a kid from your neighborhood who always sits on the one swing that's really big. And every Tuesday you say, "Excuse me, may I please have a turn?" And they say, "No, I just got here. I really like this swing. I don't want to give you a turn right now." Is that bullying? Yes or no? No. It might be really frustrating. It might make you really upset. You might hear that after a few weeks and think, "Oh, I'm in the yellow or red zone." But they're not hurting you, right? They're not making you feel small or less than or trying to be really powerful over you. They may not be very good at sharing yet, and maybe you can talk to them about a plan, but they are not bullying. Let's hear another example. During art class, every time you are working on a painting, a kid comes up to you with a black marker and puts a stripe right through your work. You've asked them to stop. You've told a grown-up that it really upsets you and ruins your work, but every week they keep doing it. Now they sneak and do it when the teacher isn't looking. Is this bullying? Yes or no? Yes. This person is hurting your work. They've been asked to stop, and they keep doing it over and over again. You can definitely tell them to stop again. You can talk to a different grown-up and see if they can help solve the problem. Or you can do something from one of the examples in our book. You could ignore this person, go to a different space, and try asking other people to help you. Maybe you could say, "Hey, if you see this person coming near me, could you call my name or let me know so I can protect my artwork?" Right? Okay, one more example. Is this bullying? Yes or no? Every morning when you get up out of bed, your sibling knocks on your door and says, "You're not smart and no one likes you." And you've said that that really hurts your feelings, but they have done it every day for the last 2 weeks. Is that an example of bullying? Yes or no? Yes, it is. If someone is telling you that you are not smart, and someone that you know and love in your family or you're really close with is continuing to tell you that they don't like you, and they're not telling you why, or not telling you what maybe happened that bothered them, then that is an example of bullying. And this one gets tricky because we don't always think that our siblings can bully us, or our cousins, or our closest friends, or even grown-ups that we know well. But if they're continuing to hurt you and be mean over and over and over, and when you tell them they're not stopping, then that is an example of bullying. So you would definitely want to tell your grown-ups. And if your grown-ups aren't able to help you, you can tell some other grown-ups you may know at a class or in a school or at your library. Thanks for listening to those examples and thinking and using your signs to show what you thought. It's time for our mindful moment. And today we're going to be doing some mindful looking or some mindful seeing. And I would like you to look around your space, maybe even look outside if you're near a window, and look for things that make you smile. Earlier in the week on October 1st, it was World Smile Day, and so I thought this would be a really great way for us to celebrate even a few days late. As you look around, I want you to think about who or what is making you smile and why. What is it about them or that thing? Let's do this for 1 minute and try your best. It's okay if you can't look quietly for 1 whole minute. See how long you can go. What did you notice? Who was it that made you smile? What was it that you saw? I noticed a picture that a friend painted for me, and that made me smile. What about you? Wow. I also noticed some plants that made me smile. And I saw a toy that's my dog's that made me smile too. I hope you found at least one thing to make you smile. And if this was really difficult for you, that's okay. You can try again later. You can try again another day. Looking for one thing each day that makes us smile can really help shift our mood and help us feel a little more present in our day. Friends, thank you so much for being here with me today. I want to send you off with some love if you'd like it, a hug if you want it, and a wave. I will see you next time.